Welcome to another video. In this video, we'll be discussing how the different types of muscles in the body differ in their structure and function. The three types are listed here. They are the skeletal muscle, the smooth muscle, and the cardiac muscle. Starting off with the first one, that is the skeletal muscle. The function of the skeletal muscles is to move the skeleton. They are also called voluntary muscles because they can be moved by a person based on his or her own will to move the body. They are also called striated muscles because they are composed of striped muscle fibers as shown here. These muscle fibers have stria or stripes on them throughout their length. I have shown only 3 fibers here for you to understand, and these stria extend throughout the length of these muscle fibers. So it goes throughout. That's why they are also called striped muscle fibers or striated muscles. Now, how these muscles are innervated? They're innervated by a nerve trunk. That nerve trunk is actually a mixed nerve which has a predominant motor component around 60%. It has got around 60% motor nerve fibers, 40% sensory nerve fibers, and some sympathetic autonomic fibers also for the muscles. The next one is the smooth muscle. Smooth muscles are composed of long spindle shaped cells that are closely arranged in bundles or sheets. I've shown 2 to 3 fiber here for your understanding. These are smooth muscle fibers. They form usually the structure of the internal organs of the body, like the digestive tract, the urinary tract, the blood vessels. They form the walls of these tracts, and then their functions also vary based on which kind of an organ they are part of. Like, say for example, when they are part of the digestive tract, their role is to propel contents through the lumen of the digestive tract, and this movement also causes mixing of the food with the digestive juices. When we move on to the storage organs like the uterus and the urinary bladder, the purpose of these smooth muscle fibers is to promote the expulsion of contents from these organs. So when these muscles contract, they contract in such a way that they cause the expulsion of contents from these storage organs. When the smooth muscle fibers form the wall of the blood vessels, their role is to modify the caliber of the lumen of the blood vessel. Sometimes the blood vasoconstriction happens and the lumen of the blood vessel contracts, and sometimes there can be vasodilation, that is the lumen of the blood vessel expands or dilates, and this is achieved through the contraction of these smooth muscle fibers in the wall of the blood vessel. Now, how they are being supplied? They can contract by either local stretching of the fibers, like when the fibers contract. We'll be discussing in some future videos about how this mechanism happens. So either they contract by the local stretching of the fibers, or they receive nerve supply from the autonomic nervous system, or they may also be influenced by hormones. So these are the 3 mechanisms that may influence their contraction. Now coming to the third one, that is the cardiac muscle. The cardiac muscle consists of striated muscle fibers. However, they are different from the skeletal muscle fibers in a way that they branch and unite with each other. They have this kind of a pattern rather than this kind of a pattern which is there for the skeletal muscle. They branch and unite with each other. They form the myocardium of the heart, that is the muscle layer of the heart, and they form whorls and spirals. Another property of these muscles, which is different from the other 2 types of muscle, is that they have the property of spontaneous and rhythmic contraction. This spontaneous and rhythmic contraction of these muscle fibers causes the continuous pumping of the heart or the contraction of the heart. Some of these cardiac muscle fibers are specialized and they form the conduction system of the heart. Now, the function of the conducting system of the heart is to transfer the electrical activity of the heart from one part of the heart to another. These cardiac muscle fibers are supplied by autonomic nerve fibers. These autonomic nerve fibers, they have their endings in the nodes of the conducting system and in the myocardium, that is the muscle of the heart, and the combined effect of these muscle fibers and the conducting system lead to the contraction of the heart.